From 5th round pick to 50 goal scorer. That definitely has a nice ring to it. If you ever feel like giving up, just look at this guy's story. In his first year playing for the University of Michigan, he got just 2 goals. In his first season in Toronto, he got 4 goals and 2 assists in 16 games played. There have been over 7,000 players to ever play one game in the NHL, and out of those 7,000 players, less than 100 have scored 50 goals in a single season. Well, Zach Hyman now joins 3 of his teammates in that elusive company, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So yeah, if you don't know, now you know. Obviously you know, that's why you clicked on this video. But Zach Hyman has done something that only less than 100 players have ever done in the entire NHL. I think they said 96, but Sam Reinhart also got 50 goals tonight, so that's 2 new 50-goal scorers in that group, that company, in the history, whatever you want to call it. But screws Sam Reinhart. We're not talking about him, although kudos to you. That's it's impressive, but we're talking about Zach Hyman today, and yeah, if you're new to the channel, thanks for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. Let's just dive right back into this video. It's such a great success story. You love to hear it. You hear about the grinders in the NHL, and I think Mike Smith, he came out and said he was talking to his son, and this, you know, when Smith was still on the Oilers. And he said, like, no, you're not going to be a McDavid. And you hear a lot of people say it, but I'm just going back to Smith. He's like, that only McDavid can be McDavid. There's only, you know, certain players that have possessed what McDavid has. But if you wanna get in the NHL, look at Zach Hyman. Look what he does day in and day out, or night in and night out. It's extremely impressive, and just the success story. And he was talking about it in his post-game interview today. He's like, yeah, like I got drafted as a prospect, and then I'm just a pick.
You know, I was just a draft pick. I was no longer a prospect, and everybody kind of wrote me off. And then I started to score again, and then all of a sudden, you know, I was an NHL player, but I was an NHL player who had no hands and was a grinder playing next to, you know, Austin and Willie, and that was kind of the narrative. And then I scored 10 goals, and then 15, and then 20, and then he's an okay player. He just plays with good players, and I still have that narrative, which is great.
I'm just a pick, like is what he was saying. If I can find the video, I'll roll it. But he's been grinding, and you look at all the adversity he had faced since he joined the league. You know, he's playing. He finally got in the big leagues with the Toronto Maple Leafs, and people are saying, like he's just a gritty player, and he's playing with really good players. That's kind of why he's having the success that he is. But you can't say that. You absolutely cannot say that after his first season as an Oiler. You know, that kind of stopped. His second season for sure. Last year, another career year, but this year, I mean, he's just having an otherworldly kind of season, and it's just, you love to see it. It couldn't have happened to a better guy. I'd love to know your thoughts on the whole situation. Definitely drop a comment down below. Are you surprised that Zach Hyman, he's a 50-goal scorer? You can't not be. No one saw this. No one there's no one that saw this coming. And like I was saying, you know, he's finally playing for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and they're like, Kyle Dubas, I don't know what you were thinking. He's like, no, sorry, like we're gonna go elsewhere. You know, sorry about that. He comes to Edmonton, and you know, what he's been doing all his whole life is just, you know, people have been doubting me. I'm going to show them why, you know, you shouldn't doubt Zach Hyman, and that's what he's doing. And it's been on full display since he's been donned in the orange and blue here in Edmonton. So it's cool to see. And there's this one tweet. It circulates the social media every now and then. I think it's by Editor in Leaf. I'll definitely snag that and put it up right here, because it says something regarding Zach Hyman's contract will be one of the worst free agent signings in NHL history. Like, what are you thinking? I've had some terrible takes, very bad takes, but you can't, like, that might be one of the dumbest things I've ever seen, especially Editor in Leaf. Like, is that a legit, it sounds like a legit, I don't know, page, I don't know. But so I just wanted to throw that in there because, I mean, it's just insane. And you look at his best years in Toronto. 41 points was his best years his best year statistically speaking in Toronto. In that season, he got 21 goals, 20 assists in 71 games played. So he got 41 points that year. This year, he has 50 goals. 50 goals! So his best year in Toronto, including goals and assists, he's trumped that this season with just his goals alone. So it's great. And you know, they just played the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I thought this was pretty cool with Sheldon Keefe had to say. They called him Shaq Hyman, because, you know, Shaq, you know, Big Shaq, he gets all the points in the paint. You know who also does? Zach Hyman. So hence Zach Hyman. So it's pretty sweet, but it's true. And if you honestly think that he's only good because of McDavid, give your head a shake. It's kind of like the whole Draisaitl scenario. Oh, it's so easy to play with McDavid. No, it's not. Actually, a lot of players have done it, and a lot of players have failed. You look at Connor Brown at the beginning of the season. They just had Evander Kane up there two nights ago. It's not easy. It's a tough task trying to keep up with Connor McDavid. But what do? You go to the net. That's what Zach Hyman has just he's made a career out of it, and it's unbelievable to watch what he does night in and night out. And you got Corey Perry, like I had said, he's a 50-goal scorer. Leon Draisaitl has done it 3 times. Connor McDavid, and now Zach Hyman. 4. Corey Perry didn't do it as an Oiler, but you got 4 others that got 50 goals. So it's a pretty cool, fun little stat there. And just one thing, I just want to, drop a comment down below, because this is insane. It really is. I think as Oilers fans, and, I'd love to hear what you have to say about this, but, I remember the first year Leon got 50 goals. He got in his last game of the season. It was against the Calgary Flames, and he got 50, and I was like, holy crap. Never in my lifetime I thought that I'd see an Oiler get 50 goals, and that was the first year I had done it. Obviously, growing up, I was watching the Taylor Halls, the Jordan Everlys, the Nugent Hopkins, and the David Perrons. They were high 20s. I think David Perron got a 30-goal season in there somewhere. And it's crazy. So when it first happened, I was like, holy crap, like 50 goals? 50 goals? Are you kidding me? Like Leon Draisaitl just scored 50 goals. So I think it's, Oilers fans have just gotten so used to it, and they don't realize how much of a feat it actually is. It's super impressive to do it, and this is like the 4th year in a row the Oilers have had a 50-goal scorer. I might be wrong, that might be 3, but you got Draisaitl, McDavid with his 63-goal campaign last year, and then you got another 50-goal scorer in Zach Hyman. So guys, this is something I just really wanted to rattle off you quickly. I got a video coming out tomorrow as well, so be sure to watch for that. It's the biggest surprises. The Oilers, who have surprised me the most this season, could be good surprises, could be bad surprises. Be sure to watch that one. And as always, guys, drop a comment down below. I read every single one. I'd love to hear your thoughts. You guys are absolutely crushing it. Is this one of the best free agent signings in NHL history? Forget what the editor in the Leaf had to say. This might be one of the best free agent signings in NHL history. So yeah, drop a comment down below. I read and I listen to every single one. Thank you for all the continued support. I really appreciate it. Attaboy Zach Hyman, they got the loss today, which sucks. They couldn't get the dub for him, but at the end of the day, Zach Hyman is now a 50-goal scorer. So pretty cool. It's really cool, and it couldn't have happened to a better guy. I'll finish with that. So that's all I got, guys. Take her easy. I will see you in the next one. Don't be average when you can be above average. Peace.